Time now to check out Suzuki's all-new middleweight sports machine, the RF600R. A quick rundown on the spec sheet reveals that this red rocket is powered by an all-new liquid-cooled 16-valve inline-4 that breathes in through four 36mm Mikuni carbs, while on the way out, exhaust gases pass through a 4-into-1 exhaust. A 6-speed gearbox and cable-actuated clutch handle the shifts, while a preload adjustable 41mm non-inverted fork handles the bumps up front, along with a fully adjustable single shock out back. Twin piston calipers make up much of this bike's stopping power, while its power to turn heads comes thanks to Ferrari red bodywork complete with painted frame, as we found out the day contributing editor Larry Strung and a guest took the RF for a spin.
This bike's actually a very, very potent machine. This bike has loads of top-end power. The mid-range, perhaps, if you're traveling on the highway at maybe 120 kilometers an hour and you want to pass somebody or something like that, with this bike, you might be encouraged to shift down once or maybe even twice to get adequate power for passing. Once the revs are up, boy, it flies.
It's definitely very quick. I was very happy with it. I ride a CBR, and it's quite comparable. Mine's a little more jumpy. It's not as smooth. This is smooth power transmission, like throughout every RPM. It's very smooth. No real on power. It doesn't jump. It doesn't surprise you, and I like that. That's very nice.
In terms of braking performance and handling, well, it's all first rate. The bike's very linear in its feel into the corners. Brakes are extremely powerful and strong. Certainly more performance than you ever require for the street. One virtue with the Suzuki I found is that I thought the protection from the fairing was better than the rest of its competitors. Unfortunately, I haven't ridden the Honda, and I understand it's a very nice motorcycle as well, but on this particular bike, I found the weather protection or the wind protection at highway speeds to be very, very good, and actually quite surprising considering the small size of the fairing.
I found the foot pegs were positioned fairly high, and legs are quite bent, and the reach is far forward, but it's still comfortable. I didn't mind that at all. The seat, I found that to be a little hard. I came up to the gas station there and got off, and I had to move around a bit. I found the seat not that comfortable.
Yeah. On the styling front, look at the broad back end of the bike. That might be a little bit, I don't know, some people will like that, others won't. I guess I'm kind of the opinion that I prefer a narrower bike. But something that knocks me out about this bike is the size of the brake light. If I turn the ignition on here and pull the brakes, it's huge, and I can't get over the benefits of this in terms of safety. Motorists behind you are going to see your brake lights.
It is a very nice layout, and you might notice the little glove compartment over here on the side, which just a push open, push close. It's nice to have somewhere to carry stuff, like if you have your wallet or whatever. Let's just stick that in there. It's definitely a fun bike. If you want to go booting around the town, this is definitely a good bike to take.
Overall, the performance package is terrific. This is a flyer.
Just to recap, on the downside, Kathy reported that the cable-actuated clutch felt heavy, while both riders found the hard seat and fairly high-positioned foot pegs limited their daily traveling distances. On the upside, although you do have to rev it up to find the meat in the power band, the RF600 engine shines thanks to its smooth, quiet, glitch-free power delivery. The suspension was exceptionally well balanced, quick steering through the tight stuff, yet stable on the highway, and what really surprised everyone was how effective the RF600's twin piston calipers were. They may appear to be a bit dated, but they work.